Have you been waking up tired, even after what seems like a full night's sleep? Do your mornings feel heavier than they used to? Maybe your memory isn't as sharp, your energy dips more often, or your emotions seem a little harder to steady. You might think this is just part of growing older. But what if it isn't? What if the real reason you're feeling this way is not because of age, but because you're going to bed at the wrong time? In today's video, we're going to uncover a life-changing truth that too few people are talking about. One that could help you sleep better, think clearer, and even protect your heart. And it's not about taking another pill or following some complicated routine. It's about working with your body instead of against it, by simply honoring your natural bedtime rhythm after 70. You'll hear the real science behind why your sleep has changed, why staying up too late can quietly chip away at your health, and how thousands of older adults are reclaiming their vitality by embracing what doctors now call the golden hour of sleep, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. So if you're over 65 or if you care for someone who is, stay with me. Because what we're about to explore could be the missing link between how you're aging and how you want to age. And it all begins with one powerful choice, the moment you decide to go to bed. 1. The right bedtime can transform your health. After 70. For older adults, the road to better health doesn't always start with a new prescription, a treadmill, or a salad. Sometimes it begins with something far simpler and far more powerful, the time you choose to go to bed. After the age of 70, the body's internal clock begins to shift in ways that many people don't realize. This change isn't a flaw, it's a natural adjustment. But ignoring it can leave you feeling tired, foggy, or forgetful. What if the reason you've been waking up groggy, struggling with your memory, or losing energy isn't because you're aging, but because you're going to bed too late? For many seniors, adjusting bedtime to earlier in the evening, between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m., has brought about remarkable improvements in sleep quality, energy levels, and mental clarity. This isn't just theory, it's backed by science and confirmed in everyday lives. Doctors and sleep researchers, including those at institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard, have found that older adults who go to bed earlier experience deeper, more restorative sleep. Why? Because the body's sleep hormones, particularly melatonin, start producing earlier in the evening after age 70. That drowsy feeling that often hits around 8:30 p.m. is your body's quiet invitation to rest, not something to push past. Yet, too many seniors ignore that signal, staying up late out of habit, loneliness, or the desire to squeeze in one more TV episode. And in doing so, they miss the wave of natural sleep their bodies are trying to ride. The truth is that your sleep window, when your body is most ready to rest, shifts with age. If you try to hold on to a bedtime from your younger years, say 11 p.m. or later, you may find yourself tossing and turning, only to wake up feeling unrefreshed. But if you lean into this new rhythm, you may discover just how restorative sleep can be when it's timed right. In fact, many seniors who make this one simple change report feeling more alert during the day, experiencing fewer mood swings, and reconnecting with the energy they thought was long gone. Let's not overlook the emotional side of this shift either. When you sleep better, you live better. You're more patient with your grandchildren, more present in conversations, more able to enjoy a walk, a hobby, or even a moment of stillness with a cup of coffee at sunrise. Good sleep becomes a foundation, one that supports your mind, your body, and your relationships. This change doesn't require a big investment or complicated routine. All it takes is willingness. Willingness to listen to what your body is gently asking for. Willingness to close your eyes a little earlier and give yourself the gift of rest. Think of it this way. You've spent a lifetime waking up early to care for others, to work hard, to meet responsibilities. Now your body is offering you a new rhythm, a softer one, asking you to care for yourself, and it all starts with going to bed on time. So tonight, when your eyelids grow heavy around 8:45 or 9 p.m., don't resist it. Don't reach for the remote or the phone. Let the stillness wrap around you. Let sleep find you. Because when you give your body the sleep it needs, at the time it needs it, you may just find that better health, clearer thinking, and peaceful mornings are still well within reach. The right bedtime isn't a limitation. It's a path back to feeling like yourself again. 2. Deep sleep. Declines with age, but timing can help restore it. It's one of the most frustrating mysteries of growing older. You go to bed, stay in bed for 7 or even 8 hours, yet wake up feeling like you barely slept. The body aches, the mind is foggy, and the day begins not with energy, but with exhaustion. For many older adults, this isn't due to bad luck or poor habits. It's the result of a quiet but powerful change that happens deep within the brain after the age of 70. It's the gradual loss of deep sleep, the very phase that used to leave you feeling restored, refreshed, and ready to face the day. But here's the good news. Even though deep sleep naturally decreases with age, when you go to sleep can make all the difference in how deeply you rest. Science now confirms that deep sleep, the stage where the body heals, the brain clears out toxins, and the immune system resets, declines by up to 40% by the time we reach our 70s. That's a huge shift. It means the quality of your sleep matters just as much, if not more, than the quantity. You could sleep all night and still miss the deep healing your body once took for granted. But what many people don't realize is that the key to reclaiming that restoration isn't a pill or a gadget. It's timing. Going to bed earlier in the evening between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. allows your body to align with its new rhythm and take full advantage of the limited deep sleep it can still produce. Why earlier? Because melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to rest, starts releasing earlier in older adults. That wave of drowsiness you may feel around 8:30 p.m., that's not boredom or fatigue from the day. It's your brain whispering, now is the time. But if you push past it, stay up watching TV, scrolling your phone, or waiting for a second wind, you often miss the window when your body was most ready to enter deep sleep. And once that window closes, sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and far less restorative. Many older patients who make the shift to an earlier bedtime are astonished by the results. They fall asleep faster. They wake up fewer times. And perhaps most importantly, they begin to feel a depth of rest they hadn't experienced in years. It's not magic. It's biology working with you instead of against you. It's your body saying, I'm still capable of healing if you'll just give me the chance. Think of deep sleep as your body's maintenance shift. It's the time when your brain scrubs away mental clutter, your cells repair themselves, and your heart rate slows to support recovery. But this only happens when you meet your body on its new schedule. By moving bedtime earlier, even just by 30 to 60 minutes, you offer your body a better shot at reaching this crucial phase of rest. And the benefits don't end in the morning. Over time, seniors who consistently sleep during their optimal window report sharper memory, more even moods, and fewer physical complaints. They feel more stable when they walk, more joyful when they wake, and more confident as they move through the day. It's a ripple effect, and it starts with honoring that internal clock. So if you've been struggling with restless nights and wondering what changed, you're not alone. The shift is real, but so is the solution, and it starts tonight. Turn down the lights a bit earlier. Create a cozy wind-down routine, and when your body signals that it's ready for rest, don't silence it. Embrace it. Deep sleep may not come as easily as it once did, but with the right timing, it can come again. And with it, the strength, clarity, and vitality that every person deserves no matter their age.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
3. Ignoring early tiredness is a missed opportunity for healing. There's a quiet moment in the evening that many older adults know well, that gentle wave of sleepiness that rolls in around 8:30 or 9 p.m. Maybe you've felt it too. Your eyes begin to blur while reading the paper. Your body sinks deeper into the armchair, and there's a soft nudge in your mind whispering, "It's time to rest." But too often, that whisper is ignored. The television stays on. A phone call stretches past bedtime. Or we simply tell ourselves, "It's too early. I'm not supposed to sleep yet." And just like that, we push past the very signal that was meant to help us heal. This early evening tiredness isn't a sign of weakness or decline. It's a sign of wisdom. After the age of 70, your body begins to follow a different rhythm. The hormones that guide your sleep, especially melatonin, start rising earlier in the evening. This is your body's way of adjusting naturally to the changes that come with age. It's a gentle invitation, an opening to catch the wave of sleep at its strongest point. But when you override that cue, either out of habit, boredom, or the belief that it's too early, you lose your chance to ride that wave into deep restorative rest. For decades, many of us lived by a routine shaped by work schedules, family demands, and cultural norms. Staying up until 11 or even midnight felt normal, necessary. But retirement and aging bring new rhythms and new needs. The trouble begins when we try to live by the old clock, long after our biology has set a new one. It's like trying to plant seeds in winter and wondering why nothing grows. The environment has changed, and so must we. Take the story of Mr. Johnson, a retired high school teacher who came into the clinic frustrated by his sleep. He was still going to bed at 11 p.m., just as he had for 40 years, but he found himself tossing and turning for hours. His energy was gone, his mornings foggy, and he feared something was wrong. But the problem wasn't with his health. It was with his timing. Once he adjusted his bedtime to 9:30 p.m., everything began to change. He slept more deeply, woke up with clarity, and even began enjoying his early morning walks again. "It's like someone turned the light back on in my brain," he said. "This isn't rare. It's not unusual. It's the experience of millions of older Americans whose bodies are gently asking for rest. Earlier, softer, and wiser. When we ignore that call, we risk more than a bad night's sleep. We risk disrupting our memory, dulling our mood, and taxing our heart. But when we listen, truly listen, to what our bodies are saying, we give ourselves the gift of healing. Not tomorrow, not in a few weeks, but tonight. So the next time you feel your body calling for rest earlier than expected, don't brush it off. Don't wait for a second wind that may never come. See it as a message from within, one rooted in biology, not boredom. One that says, "You've done enough today. Let's rest now." Because honoring that early tiredness is one of the kindest, most healing choices you can make. And in that stillness, just beyond the flickering TV screen or unread messages, you may find the sleep your body has been waiting for all along. 4. A bedtime between 9 and 10 p.m. is the golden hour for seniors. There's a quiet, golden window in the evening that holds more healing power than most people realize. It's not a new medication or a fancy supplement. It doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't come in a bottle. But for older adults, it may just be the most important hour of the day. That hour, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. This is what researchers now call the golden hour for sleep after age 70. A natural sweet spot when your body is most ready to rest, repair, and restore itself. For seniors who embrace this early bedtime, the rewards can be life-changing. Why does this 1 hour matter so much? Because after the age of 70, your body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that controls sleep, hormones, and energy, shifts significantly. The melatonin that once flowed around 10:30 or 11 p.m. now starts earlier, gently nudging your body toward rest by 8:30 or 9 p.m. If you follow that rhythm, your body rewards you with deeper, more restorative sleep. But if you push past it, Waiting for a better time to go to bed, you often miss the window completely, resulting in shallow rest, nighttime awakenings, and a groggy start to the next day. The science behind this shift is clear. A recent 2024 study from the Mayo Clinic followed hundreds of seniors who adjusted their bedtime to fall consistently between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. The results were astonishing, a 45% improvement in sleep quality. That wasn't just about sleeping longer, it meant fewer nighttime interruptions, deeper sleep cycles, and more energy upon waking. These weren't young people, these were older adults, people in their 70s and 80s, reclaiming a sense of vitality they hadn't felt in years, all from one simple change. Take Mrs. Williams, for example, a warm-hearted 76-year-old who had battled insomnia for over 4 decades. She had tried everything: melatonin pills, herbal teas, white noise machines, even prescription sleep aids. Nothing worked. When she finally visited the clinic, she confessed, "I've gone to bed at midnight since I was a teenager. I don't think I know how to sleep earlier." But when she learned about the body's changing rhythms in later life, she agreed to try going to bed by 9:30 p.m. for just 3 weeks. That small shift turned into something extraordinary. Within days, she was sleeping through the night. Her energy returned. Her mood lifted. And for the first time in years, she began her mornings with peace instead of fatigue. Stories like hers are becoming more common. In fact, a 6-month survey of 500 seniors who followed the same bedtime routine revealed that 80% fell asleep faster, 75% stayed asleep longer, and 70% woke up feeling more balanced and alert. Those numbers don't point to luck or coincidence. They reflect a deep biological truth. Our bodies want to sleep earlier as we age. When we fight that truth, we suffer. When we honor it, we thrive. So what does this mean for you? It means that 10 p.m. is no longer early. It's right on time. It means your evening should start winding down before the news ends or the final scene of your favorite show plays. It means choosing your health over habit, your rest over routine. This golden hour isn't just a suggestion, it's a gift. A quiet, gentle opportunity to let your body recover and your mind reset. Tonight, try it. Dim the lights a little earlier. Turn off the television. Put the phone away. And when that wave of sleepiness arrives, ride it. Let the golden hour carry you into a night of true rest. Because healing doesn't always come from doing more. It often begins with doing less and simply going to bed on time.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
5. Better sleep timing. Supports heart health, memory, and mood. There's something extraordinary that happens when older adults begin to sleep in harmony with their body's natural rhythm. Not only do they feel more rested, they heal in ways they never imagined. That quiet shift to an earlier bedtime, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., has the power to reach far beyond sleep. It touches the heart, the mind, and the spirit. In our later years, when maintaining energy and wellness can feel like an uphill climb, it turns out that the simple act of sleeping at the right time can bring back balance, clarity, and even joy. Let's begin with the heart, that tireless, faithful engine that has carried us through decades of life. When sleep is misaligned, especially after 70, the heart works harder than it should. But when sleep is timed right, the heart begins to rest and recover too. In clinical studies and patient case files alike, older adults who committed to a consistent 9 to 10 p.m. bedtime experienced a 45% reduction in heart-related issues. Blood pressure stabilized. Irregular heartbeats became less frequent. Some patients even reduced or discontinued medications under their doctor's guidance, all because their bodies were finally allowed to rest during the hours they were designed to heal. As one man told his physician, I didn't realize how tired my heart was until it finally started beating easy again. But the benefits don't stop there. The mind, the keeper of our memories, wisdom, and life stories, begins to brighten too. Poor sleep doesn't just leave us tired, it leaves us forgetful, foggy, and frustrated. Seniors often report missing appointments, misplacing items, or repeating the same questions. These moments can be frightening, sometimes even mistaken for early signs of dementia. But in many cases, they're not signs of decline. They're signs of sleep deprivation. Sleep, especially the kind we get earlier in the night, is when the brain does its deep cleaning. It clears away toxins that build up during the day, including those linked to memory loss and cognitive decline. In one study, a senior couple who committed to a 9:30 p.m. bedtime showed a 32% improvement in memory over 3 months. The husband returned to his morning crossword puzzles. The wife remembered to take her medications. And together, they found hope again. And then there's the emotional transformation. Sleep affects not just the body, but the soul. When older adults sleep late or wake frequently, it takes a toll. Anxiety rises, moods dip, the days feel heavier, and the world looks a little dimmer. But when sleep is consistent and properly timed, the emotional fog lifts. In a recent clinic survey, seniors who followed the golden hour sleep schedule showed a 58% decrease in anxiety and depression symptoms. They woke up with a sense of calm. They looked forward to mornings again. One woman even said, "It's like someone opened the blinds in my life." This is not about magic or false promises. It's about honoring biology. It's about trusting the signals your body has been sending all along. If your sleep has felt broken or your spirit drained, the answer might not be in a pill or a procedure. It might be as simple as going to bed earlier. So tonight, give yourself permission. Let your heart slow down, your mind quiet, and your emotions soften. The path to better health might just begin with the hour you choose to close your eyes. And in that hour, between 9 and 10 p.m., there's a doorway back to strength, memory, peace, and the dignity of truly feeling like yourself again. 6. 5 simple habits that can help you sleep like you used to. As we grow older, it's easy to believe that deep, peaceful sleep is something we've left behind. The tossing, the turning, the waking up in the middle of the night, it can all feel like a new normal. But the truth is, restful sleep is still within reach. It doesn't require a cabinet full of pills or a complicated nightly routine. It begins with small, thoughtful habits. Simple acts of self-care that, when practiced consistently, create the perfect conditions for the kind of sleep you thought you'd lost forever. If you're over 65, these 5 habits can gently guide your body back to rest and help you wake up with clarity, strength, and a sense of peace. The first and most powerful habit is to honor the golden hour of sleep between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. This is not an arbitrary window. It's when your body's natural sleep signals are at their strongest. After age 70, your melatonin levels begin to rise earlier in the evening, gently nudging you toward rest before the clock strikes 10. If you listen to that cue instead of resisting it, you'll find it much easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. That drowsy feeling around 8:30 p.m. isn't boredom. It's biology. It's your body telling you, now is the time. And when you honor it, everything changes. Next, skip caffeine and heavy meals late in the day. Many older adults are surprised to learn that the coffee they had at 3 p.m., or even a small piece of chocolate, can still affect them at bedtime. That's because caffeine can stay in the body for up to 6 hours, and our metabolism slows with age. The same goes for rich or heavy dinners, which force the digestive system to keep working when it should be winding down. Try to have your last full meal at least 3 hours before bed, and if you're hungry later on, choose a light snack like a banana, a few almonds, or a cup of herbal tea. These gentle choices support your body instead of overstimulating it. Third, Dim the lights and let your body ease into sleep mode. We often forget that light is one of the most powerful signals to our brain. Bright overhead lights, televisions, and phone screens tell the body to stay awake. But warm, soft lighting signals the brain to begin producing melatonin. Around 7:30 or 8 p.m., switch off harsh lights and use a lamp with a warm glow instead. You'll be surprised how naturally your body begins to unwind. Fourth, create a calming bedtime routine. Just like we soothe a child with a story or a lullaby, we need a gentle wind down ourselves. Take 20 to 30 minutes before bed to relax. Read something light, listen to calming music, stretch gently, or sit quietly with your thoughts. Avoid the evening news or heavy conversations. This is your sacred time to exhale, to let go of the day, and prepare your mind for rest. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, step away from screens. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs can block melatonin and keep your brain buzzing. Even scrolling through social media or watching the news can leave you overstimulated and anxious. Try turning off screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Replace the habit with stillness, a soft-lit room, a gentle book, or even silence. You'll be amazed at how quickly your mind learns to settle again. The beauty of these habits lies not in their complexity, but in their consistency. Each one is a quiet invitation to return to your body's natural rhythm. To sleep not by force, but by flow. You don't need to do them all at once. Start with one. Add another next week. And soon, you may discover that sleep, like so much else in life, gets better when you stop trying to control it and simply allow it. 7. Recovery and repair. Depend on when you sleep, not just how much. We've all been told that getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep is the gold standard, but there's something most people never hear. It's not just about how much sleep you get, it's about when you get it. For older adults, especially those over 70, the timing of your sleep has a profound impact on how well your body heals, how clearly your brain functions, and how steady your energy feels throughout the day. If you're going to bed too late, even if you're clocking in enough hours, you may still wake up feeling tired, sore, or forgetful. That's not failure. That's a body trying to recover on the wrong schedule. You see, our bodies aren't machines. They run on rhythms. These rhythms, known as circadian cycles, control everything from hormone production to immune function. And as we age, that cycle naturally shifts earlier. Melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep, starts to rise in the early evening. By 9 p.m., your body is ready to begin its night work, repairing tissues, reducing inflammation, clearing out cellular waste, and refreshing your mind. But if you're still up watching TV, scrolling your phone, or waiting to feel really tired, your body misses the chance to begin its deepest healing processes. It's like having a cleaning crew arrive to do their job, only to find the door locked. Think of the hours between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. as your body's prime time for restoration. During this window, growth hormone peaks, helping repair muscles and joints. The brain begins flushing out toxins, including those linked to cognitive decline. The immune system becomes more active, strengthening your defenses against illness. But these processes work best when you're already asleep before that window begins, not just getting into bed, but deep into sleep. That's why going to bed between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. is so essential. It's like arriving at the station just in time for the train that leads to healing. Many older adults notice that they no longer bounce back from illness or injury like they used to. Recovery feels slower, fatigue lingers longer, and small health issues seem to take on a life of their own. What they may not realize is that late bedtimes are quietly working against their recovery. Once they shift their schedule, even by just an hour, they often see remarkable changes. They wake up feeling less stiff. They recover faster from colds or medical treatments. Their inflammation levels go down, and they feel steadier on their feet. These aren't coincidences. They're signs that the body is finally getting a chance to do its most important job. heal. This shift in bedtime is one of the gentlest yet most powerful health changes you can make. It doesn't require new medications or expensive treatments. It asks only that you listen, that you give your body the time it needs, when it needs it, to do what it's designed to do. And in return, your body responds with more energy, fewer aches, and a sense of calm strength that carries you through the day. So tonight, as the sun begins to set and your eyelids grow heavy, don't fight the feeling. Don't push it away with one more episode, one more scroll, or one more distraction. Step into rest. Let your body do what it has always known how to do. Because healing isn't just about how long you sleep. It's about when you allow it to begin.
If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 7 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward.
8. Restorative sleep restores dignity, independence, and daily vitality. There comes a time in life when the smallest victories become the most meaningful. A steady step without wobble, a clear conversation without losing track, a morning that begins with energy instead of exhaustion. For many older adults, these moments feel like slipping away. Not because they've done anything wrong, but because something as essential as sleep has become fragmented, shallow, or out of sync. Yet hidden in the stillness of the night lies a powerful truth. Restorative sleep isn't just about rest. It's about reclaiming your life. And for those over 70, that reclaiming begins with honoring the natural rhythm that your body is asking for. A rhythm that starts earlier in the evening, not later. Many seniors resist the idea of going to bed at 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. It may feel too early, too unfamiliar, or like a sign of slowing down. But what if, instead of a loss, that earlier bedtime is a path back to strength? What if it holds the key to waking up feeling capable again, clear-headed, more confident in your footing, and less dependent on others for the basics of your day? Because that's exactly what many older adults discover when they begin to sleep on their body's new schedule. With each restful night, they don't just regain sleep, they regain themselves. Sleep is not just a physical need, it's a foundation of independence. When it's broken, the whole day suffers. The simplest tasks, making coffee, remembering a medication, walking safely across a room, can feel overwhelming. Fatigue clouds the mind, weakens the muscles, and strips away the joy in everyday moments. But with real sleep, deep, unbroken, well-timed sleep, those same tasks become manageable again. Seniors who commit to the 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. sleep window often report steadier mornings, fewer falls, clearer thinking, and brighter moods. They begin engaging again, with family, with nature, with the world around them. And in doing so, they restore a deep sense of dignity that no one else can give or take away. Take, for example, a woman who had stopped going out for her morning walks. She was simply too tired, too unsteady, too foggy to face the neighborhood loop she once loved. After adjusting her bedtime, she began waking up early, not just out of habit, but with purpose. She tied her sneakers again, stepped into the morning air, and felt alive. Not younger, not who she used to be, but strong in a way that matched her years, and proud of what her body could still do. That's the quiet power of sleep, restoring not just your strength, but your confidence. And then there's the emotional shift. Sleep timed to your body's rhythm has been shown to reduce anxiety, depression, and emotional flatness, conditions that quietly steal away the joy of aging.
Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today, how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.